People talk a big game about the next big thing. The latest polymer wonder with all the bells and whistles. They'll tell you plastic is fantastic. But I'm here to tell you, son, that's just marketing fluff designed to separate you from your hard-earned cash. This isn't about range toys that fall apart after 5,000 rounds. We're talking cold, hard steel, proven designs, and reliability that outlast your grandkids. With inflation eating away at every dollar and the supply chains looking shakier than a politician's promise, you need to think about assets, not trinkets. The market for quality firearms is drying up faster than a desert spring, and what's left is priced like gold. I'm going to cut through all the noise, all the slick advertising, and give you the raw truth. These are the 8 fighting irons, the heirloom pieces that age like fine bourbon instead of spoiling milk. These are the guns you buy once, the ones you can trust when the lights go out and the chips are down. Number 1. The Colt 1911. This isn't just a gun, it is an institution, the cornerstone of American firepower. It won 2 world wars, back to back, holding the line in Korea and Vietnam. When the military tried to replace it, the special operators refused to give it up, and for good reason. If you don't own one, you are just a gun owner, not a collector. We are talking about the Colt 1911, adopted on March 29, 1911, and still the yardstick by which we measure every other combat pistol. This piece of history put down insurgents in the Philippines and cleared trenches in France, proving itself as the most battle-tested handgun in human history. The reason the old Colts last forever lies in their metallurgy and the meticulous hand-fitting. They forged these frames from solid steel billets, not cast or molded. Every slide was hand-lapped to the frame by a skilled craftsman, not some CNC machine. That attention to detail is what gives it that legendary, unbreakable reliability. The trigger, that is the gold standard. A straight-back pull that breaks like an icicle at a crisp 4 pounds. No creep, no over-travel. It is the kind of trigger that instills confidence when everything else is going to hell. The grip safety works instinctively, a natural extension of your hold. Browning's tilting barrel design is the very DNA found in almost every modern pistol today, and it launches the .45 ACP, a round that doesn't rely on expansion to do its job. It starts big and ends big, a man-stopper plain and simple. The ergonomics are so natural it feels like an extension of your arm, pointable and balanced. For the older shooter, the weight of that all-steel frame helps absorb the recoil of the .45 ACP, making it surprisingly comfortable to shoot, even with a little arthritis in the wrist. The single-action trigger simplifies operation. No fumbling with heavy double-action pulls. Now for the brass tacks, the 1911 is a heavy gun, no getting around that. But that weight is a feature, not a bug. It contributes to its legendary durability and tames the recoil. Field stripping for cleaning is straightforward once you know the trick, but it's not a Glock. Parts are everywhere, and customizability is endless. Magazines are still widely available, though prices can fluctuate. The beauty of the 1911 is that nearly every gunsmith worth his salt knows how to work on one. As for market value, it covers the whole spectrum. A solid GI shooter grade is $1,500 to $3,000. Commercial pre-series 70 Colts are $1,800 to $3,500. Pristine pre-war commercial models can fetch $3,000 to $8,000. Match-grade guns from custom builders run $4,000 to $10,000. And the super rare early production models? You are talking $8,000 to $25,000 at auction. The verdict? This is for the serious collector, the history enthusiast, and anyone who demands unwavering reliability from a combat pistol. An old 1911 doesn't wear out, folks. It just wears in. The action gets slicker, the character gets deeper. You pass this down to your son, and he passes it to his. This is American steel. This is history. Number 2. The Browning High Power. This was the swan song of John Moses Browning himself. He passed away in 1926 before finishing it, and his protege, Dieudonné Saive, crossed the finish line to create a masterpiece that changed the world. For decades, if you weren't carrying a 1911, you were carrying this. From 1935 all the way to 2024, this pistol has served in every major conflict on the map. While everyone else was stuck with 7 or 8 rounds, the High Power brought 13 rounds to the fight in its double-stack magazine, a revolutionary concept at the time. The High Power sports a manual safety that is positive and tactile, easy to manipulate with a strong hand. The fit and finish on the original Belgian-made models puts modern manufacturing to shame. The bluing is deep, the machining precise. It uses a camlock system that simplified the 1911's design and increased reliability, making it a rugged and dependable choice. You can carry it cocked and locked like a true American, ready to go with a single crisp trigger pull. Those Belgian proof marks on the steel are a promise of quality, a testament to a time when craftsmanship was paramount. The British SAS used these to clear rooms for half a century, and the Canadians just finally retired theirs after 60 years of continuous service. For the older shooter, the all-steel construction, much like the 1911, helps soak up the recoil of the 9mm, making it a pleasant experience at the range. The controls are simple and intuitive, making it easy to operate without fumbling. Number 3. The Sig P226. Rewind to the 1980s military trials. The US government was looking for a replacement for the 1911. In the torture tests, one gun actually outperformed the Beretta 9.2 in the technical metrics. That gun was the Sig P226. It only lost the big Army contract because of the bottom line on the invoice, a classic bureaucratic blunder. But the Navy SEALs? They operate with a different budget and a different mindset. They saw the performance, ignored the price, and carried the P226 into the darkest corners of the earth for decades. This is not some stamped sheet metal gadget. Every P226 starts as a solid block of stainless steel and gets machined down to perfection. The rails are mil-spec. The frame is solid. The barrel comes from that old-world Swiss-German school of cold hammer forging, ensuring exceptional accuracy and longevity. It is the perfect marriage of American firepower and European precision engineering. The decocker on this thing is genius. It lets you drop that hammer safely on a loaded chamber without worrying about a safety lever snagging on your gear. That heavy double-action first pull is your safety, followed by a single-action reset that is crisp and fast, making follow-up shots quick and accurate. For the older shooter, the P226's weight and smooth recoil impulse make it incredibly manageable, even with the full-power 9mm rounds. The controls are large and positive, easy to manipulate with hands that might not be as nimble as they once were. The nitron finish they use, it makes chrome look soft. It is incredibly resistant to salt water, sweat, and neglect. I know guys with 100,000 rounds through their duty weapons, and the slide-to-frame fit is still tight, a testament to its robust construction. Police departments run these things for 30 years, and they still qualify with high scores, performing flawlessly. Number 4. The Beretta 9.2. Since 1975, the Beretta 9.2 has been proving that a combat pistol can be beautiful and still work in the mud. When the military adopted it as the M9 in 1985, it wasn't a charity case. It survived torture tests that literally rattled other frames apart, demonstrating its incredible durability. The open slide design is the trademark of the Beretta 9.2. It looks cool, sure, but functionally it gives dirt and carbon nowhere to hide. It just gets ejected, preventing stoppages in adverse conditions. The locking block system creates a linear recoil impulse that makes this gun shoot incredibly soft, spreading the abuse across the locking block rather than hammering the frame rails. This design choice contributes to both its smooth shooting characteristics and its longevity. And the chrome-lined bore, it is practically immune to corrosion, a crucial feature for a duty weapon exposed to the elements. The double-action, single-action trigger gives you that second strike capability if a primer fails, a valuable feature for defensive use. The safety acts as a decocker, letting you carry safe or ready, offering versatility in carry options. And for the southpaws out there, the reversible mag release was a game-changer back in the day, showing Beretta's attention to user-friendliness. This platform served continuously for nearly 40 years in the US military. From the sands of Iraq to the mountains of Afghanistan, the M9 brought our boys home. For the older shooter, the Beretta 9.2's full size and weight, combined with its excellent recoil management system, make it very comfortable to shoot. The open slide design and visible loaded chamber indicator also provide easy visual confirmation of the gun's status, which can be helpful for aging eyes. The controls are well placed and easy to reach. Number 5. The Ruger GP100. Back in 1985, Ruger didn't just decide to make another revolver. They decided to build a tank that fits in a holster. The GP100 wasn't an experiment. It was the answer to every failure point found in earlier wheel guns. Shooters wanted something that couldn't be killed, and Ruger delivered. This thing is built like a bank vault door. The triple locking cylinder locks up into the frame at the front, rear, and bottom. That creates a lockup so tight it feels like it was welded shut. contributing to its incredible accuracy and durability. It comes ready to rock with those recoil-absorbing rubber grips and a transfer bar safety that makes accidental discharges virtually impossible, a crucial feature for peace of mind. You can feed this beast a steady diet of full house, ear-splitting .357 Magnum loads until your wrist gives out, and the gun won't even care. But here's the tactical advantage: it eats cheap. Soft-shooting .38 special ammo with the exact same reliability. That is logistical versatility you cannot put a price tag on. The heavy, full underlug barrel puts weight right where you need it, keeping that muzzle flat when you are rapid firing, aiding in control. The frame, it is massively over-engineered. You are not going to stretch this top strap, and the trigger action feels like it is rolling on ball bearings. After you put 50,000 rounds through it, it doesn't get loose. It just gets buttery smooth, becoming even better with age. For the older shooter, the GP100 is an absolute dream. The heavy frame and excellent grips soak up recoil like a sponge, making it easy on arthritic hands and shoulders. The large, clear sights are easy to acquire, and the simple operation of a double-action revolver means no slides to rack, no safeties to manipulate. Just point and squeeze. Number 6. The Revolver Smith & Wesson Model 10, or Rossi Model 9, 7138 Special. This is our number one pick for value and practicality for the seasoned shooter. I know what you're thinking. A Smith & Wesson Model 10 for less than $200 in 2026, Bill. Are you crazy? Listen to me. Yes, it is hard to find a perfect one below $200, but a police surplus Model 10 or one with a worn finish with some marks but mechanically solid can definitely be found in that range if you look with patience in the used gun market or at online auctions. The same goes for the Rossi 961, which is a beast of stainless steel, often ignored, and can be found for a steal. Why is this number one? Simplicity, unwavering reliability, and a surprisingly manageable recoil. It is a full-frame revolver, which means its weight helps absorb the recoil of the .38 Special, making it much more comfortable to shoot than a lightweight revolver of the same caliber. For older hands, the grips are typically large and comfortable, ideal for those with less mobility or arthritis. There are no hard slides to operate, no complicated safeties. You simply point and pull the trigger. The .38 Special ammunition is universally available and can be found in soft loads for the range or more potent ones for defense, offering great versatility. These revolvers were built in a time when tools were meant to last, and they often have a level of fit and finish that is hard to find in modern budget options. They are easy to clean, easy to maintain, and require minimal fuss. The brass tacks here are crucial. While aesthetic wear might be present, focus on mechanical soundness. Check for cylinder play, lockup, and bore condition. If it passes those checks, you have a lifetime gun. Parts for the Smith & Wesson Model 10 are still fairly easy to come by, and any competent gunsmith can work on them. Rossi parts might be a bit more challenging for older models, but their robust construction means they rarely need them. Ammunition is a constant, and .38 Special is almost always available. The verdict? For an older person looking for reliable personal defense, easy to use, with a legendary history of reliability, and that won't empty their wallet, a used Smith & Wesson Model 10 or Rossi 971 is an unbeatable choice. It is the definition of a weapon that works every time, and the best surprise you can find in this price range. Number 7. The Revolver Charter Arms Undercover Light .38 Special. Here is where things get interesting, and we start to see central fire options that can still fit our budget with a bit of luck in the used market. The Charter Arms Undercover Light is a 5-shot revolver in .38 Special, and the light version is very lightweight thanks to its aluminum frame. In the used market, a used undercover light can hover around $200 to $250, but with a good eye and a little patience, I have seen them drop below $200. The key here is the .38 Special caliber with low recoil ammunition, such as wad cutter loads or some personal defense loads specifically designed to minimize recoil. It makes it a very manageable weapon for older people. It is a revolver, which means simplicity. You point and shoot, no lever safeties, no slides to manipulate. It is a simple, proven, and reliable design. For home defense, a .38 Special revolver is a formidable option. It is robust. It doesn't care about the ammunition type as much as a semi-automatic, and it is always ready to go. The lightweight frame makes it easy to carry for those who might struggle with heavier guns, and the compact size makes it discreet. For older shooters, the minimal recoil with appropriate ammunition coupled with the lack of a slide to rack, makes it an excellent choice for those with weaker hands or arthritis. The sights are typically basic but functional, and quick acquisition is possible at defensive distances. Number 8. The Heritage Rough Rider. Here we have a modern classic that can often be found new for less than $200. The Heritage Rough Rider is a single-action revolver, typically chambered in .22 LR, and sometimes it even comes with an extra .22 Magnum cylinder, which is a fantastic value. It is a revolver in the style of the Old West, so the operation is a little different. You have to cock the hammer before each shot, which for some can be an additional safety feature, and for others, a minor inconvenience. But the beauty of this revolver is its simplicity and low recoil. It is robust, with no complicated parts to break. And the .22 LR caliber means that ammunition is extremely economical, keeping operating costs down to pennies a round. The wooden or polymer grips are decent, and its weight helps absorb any hint of recoil, making it incredibly comfortable to shoot for extended periods. This is excellent for the range, for teaching someone to shoot, or even for home defense if handled well and its mechanics are understood. It is a reliable workhorse if you understand what it is. For the older shooter, the single-action mechanism means no heavy double-action trigger pulls, and the lack of a slide to rack is a huge advantage for those with limited hand strength or arthritis. The negligible recoil of the .22 LR makes it pure pleasure to shoot, allowing for long practice sessions without fatigue. There you have it, folks. 8 legends. From the overbuilt Ruger to the combat-proven Colt and the practical Smith & Wesson. These aren't disposable tools. These are investments in your family's security for generations. A real lifetime gun isn't about how many rounds you shoot this weekend. It is about decades of readiness, a piece of history that works when everything else fails. Now, I want to know, which one of these is sitting in your safe right now? Which one are you hunting for on Gunbroker? Sound off in the comments below. Do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next briefing on hardware that lasts. Buy once, shoot forever. See you on the range.